whatever you set up, whatever you put in place, that you have a system for it. And the reason this is so important is because as you scale and grow and build out more and more marketing campaigns to these three lists, it's going to get very time consuming for any person to manually put all of this together and maintain it manually is nearly impossible. And at a certain point, it becomes completely impossible. And so it's really important that you have a CRM that can create automations, and so you can build something once and you don't have to continually go back and click the button to send or rewrite the email or anything like that. And so it's one of the reasons why I love Opus One, is because it has these automations built in. It has a whole marketing section that you can integrate within the rest of the CRM. It's fantastic. But the big idea here is that we want to create templates, we want to create campaigns, and then we want to put those into automations. And so we're not necessarily having to, like I say, write the email every single time. So when you get a new prospect, it's like, oh man, now I have to write another email to that prospect and another email to that prospect and send them another text message and do all of that. And so if you can have automations already in place, templates already in place, then it allows for you to just continually grow and give the prospect the same experience. And that's the key, right? It's amazing to me how when I interact with local service-based businesses, how poorly most businesses do this. Living in the day and age that we live in, with all the technology, with all of the automations and the AI already, a lot of it is remarkable how much we can put things in motion. It's amazing to me how when I call my local HVAC company, for example, and I ask them a few basic questions, I get off the phone and there's zero follow-up. There's zero nurture. It's amazing to me. When I interact with different service-based companies, it's not just music schools, but so the reason I'm saying this is because, what we're trying to tackle with creating systems and building automations into your prospect nurture campaigns, this is not something that just everybody has figured out. But it is incredibly powerful when you can do it, and you can do it well. So with prospect automation, for example, new inquiry fills out a lead form. They should be getting a text message and an email within minutes of that initial lead form being submitted. My recommendation is actually, if they don't immediately reply or respond, I actually think they should get another follow-up text message within that same day. And then they should be marketed to for the next 7 days very aggressively through text and email in tandem to get them to sign up, to get them to do some type of conversion event, whatever that conversion event is for you. So if you have an offer like, sign up and get your first lesson free, maybe it's a trial lesson you want them to, sign up for, whatever that conversion event is, we're going to push them to make that decision, and we're going to make it very easy for them to say yes and to get booked. And the automation is going to be in place so that all they have to do from their phone is just simply hit a link. It sends them right to the page. They fill out some basic info, and boom, they're scheduled and booked, and your staff didn't have to do anything. That's the goal. If you can accomplish that, if you can build that, and if you can set that up appropriately, then what you can do is you can create a scale within your company. And then all you have to do is just bring more prospects in the door and get more people to fill out and book those forms. And again, this is why I like Opus, because it actually has all of this laid out for you. It's built for this. And so a lot of those automations are already done. So the other thing I want to mention about prospect follow-up is that oftentimes you don't get an answer within 7 days. Sometimes you don't get an answer within a month or 2 months or 6 months. And so what I find when I'm talking with music schools is a lot of times they just give up. They put them in a basically a lost column where it's like this. Well, we never heard anything from them for 6 months, so we just stopped marketing to them. I think that's a mistake. I think you should have an ongoing marketing campaign forever to prospects until they tell you they to stop communicating with them. Like if they literally just saying, I don't want to communicate. Because remember, they raised their hand. They had a question. They reached out to you first, and all you're doing is continually marketing to them until they give you a yes or a no. And ultimately we want to do that. But sometimes you'll get prospects that just won't give you an answer, yes or no. But we should never stop marketing to them. And so you need to have a sequence, a nurture sequence for your prospects that just goes on forever. And one good way to do that, by the way, is to have a monthly newsletter that they're continually getting, so you're staying in front of them on a regular basis. Have some type of offer that they're getting at least once a month where they can sign up and get your special offer. So again, whether that's a trial lesson, a free lesson, whatever your offer is. And then invite to an open house, and invite to your recitals, whether you're doing your recitals once every year, twice a year. Invite your prospects to that. So you're continually staying in front of them. You're relevant because you're in the community and they know that you're around. And so that's a way that you can long-term nurture these prospects that at one point were very close to saying yes, but for whatever the reason, they just disappeared. This is a way that you can stay in front of them. Okay, so that's your prospect nurture.